Can we put a cap on how boundless we are? Can we put a cap on the capabilities that we truly, truly have? I don't think so. Like, I think we will always be on a journey of more, of expansion, of growth, of evolution, because we are ever expansive beings. Hey y'all, it is the goddess, aka Divinity's hottest, checking the in, and I hope y'all are having a divine day. I am a spiritual guide and teacher here to help you understand and understand who you are as a spiritual multidimensional being so you can live your best life. I had an amazing epiphany last night and I want to share it with you. But when I was on the bed giving myself a reading, I was asking myself this question. And this is a question that came up for me a few years ago. And the question was, are you willing? And for me, I often find that because I have Chiron in my 12th house of spirituality and it's in Virgo, I have this tendency to be perfect, right? And because the 12th house is the house of spirituality, I have this ideal of what my spiritual evolution is supposed to look like, right? And how I'm supposed to operate as a spiritual being and all these things. And something that I've had to understand is that you can't perfect spirituality. Spirituality is very specific to each individual. And I'm rereading this book called Spiritual Awareness, Being Your Highest Self by Sanaya Roman. And in the book, one of the higher beings that she channels, I think it was Oren who was saying this, is that just because you have a moment where you slip up or where you're not operating in a higher vibration or whatever the case may be, it doesn't mean that you're not spiritually evolved or that you're not spiritually evolving. And I say all that to say that Spirit does not want us to be perfect. Spirit just wants us to be willing. Like, are you willing to walk the path? Are you willing to take the leap? Are you willing to make the mistakes and learn from them? Like, being on a spiritual journey and going through a spiritual evolution is not really about reaching this pinnacle because we can never get it done. And that is something that I still have to remind myself every single day that, like, I will never be, I don't even know if it's possible to reach the highest versions of ourselves, because can we put a cap on how boundless we are? Right? Can we put a cap on the capabilities that we truly, truly have? I don't think so. Like, I think we will always be on a journey of more, of expansion, of growth, of evolution, because we are ever expansive beings. That's just the nature of what it is and the nature of who we are. So I'm saying this because, y'all, your spiritual journey is not about being perfect. It's not about how spiritual you can be. It's not about beating yourself up when your ego gets the best of you. Like, this shit is supposed to be fun. Excuse my language. It's supposed to be a journey of exploration. Okay. It's supposed to be a journey of exploration as a spiritual being having a human experience, and then also at the same time still having a spiritual experience. Earth is literally school for our souls. We're meant to learn. You're not going to get it right all the time, and you're not supposed to. So this is for my perfectionists out there. Take this heavy burden or this heavy weight of always feeling like you need to be perfect or always feeling like you need to get it right off of you. Stop carrying that, because you feel that heavy expectation because you are putting it on yourself. And once you just release and let it go, and you decide that, you know what, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be willing to take the journey. I just have to be willing to learn the lessons. I just have to be willing to be more compassionate to myself. I just have to be willing to be more kind to myself. Like, everything just changes. We are these divine, perfect beings in Spirit's eyes. And here we are seeing ourselves, or at least let me speak for myself. I'm seeing myself with all these flaws and like thinking about all the negative things and not really like basking in the divinity of who I am, which I'm having a human experience. So that happens, right? But not beating myself up because I'm feeling bad about myself one day. Just being compassionate and just being there for myself, right? Showing up. But y'all, this journey is not about being perfect. It's about being willing. That's all. You don't have to be more than what you already are, because who you already are right now is perfect. Do more if you feel called to do more. Be more if you feel called to be more. But you are already perfect in where you are right now. That makes me feel so good to sit in that and to know that where I am right now is perfect. And it also takes this weight off of you, because it's just like, I'll be happy once I get the thing, or I'll be happy once but it's like, This is the fun part. The fun part is not having the thing and watching it be magnetized to you because of how powerful you are. The fun part is allowing the universe to surprise you. Like, y'all, we get to allow the universe to surprise us every single day. We don't have to figure out how. We just have to make a decision and allow it to show up. We just have to make a decision and allow. Imagine if we actually had to figure out how the hell shit was going to happen. And the crazy part is we try to do that anyway and we waste our time. And the universe is just laughing. Spirit is laughing at us because it's just like, oh my God, y'all are so funny. Wow. You thought that we were going to send the highest expression of God to come here to figure out how to make things happen? Like, no, you're God. God doesn't need to figure out how to make anything happen. It just happens because God is God. And it's just so funny, like, when you think about it from that perspective, because we're in our little human brains and we're limiting ourselves down. You don't have to figure out how. That's crazy. You're God. Please get a grip. And another thing, you know how when babies are born, they have no preconceived notions, no opinions, no beliefs. They are just pure love. Imagine if you grew up like that, right? And you grew up in a world where like everything you wanted was given to you. I had this crazy epiphany last night, and I've had it so many times over the years, but it's just like we really do get in our own way. Our beliefs really do get in the way of like everything that we want. Our thoughts get in our own way because we have been tuned to this negative, fearful energy. And if we just decide to let go, if we just decide to surrender, the thing that we're so afraid to do is the thing that we actually need to do in order to actually truly be free, which is what we all want. We all want to be free. And yet we're so scared to do the thing that we need to do in order to be free. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that we're all so scared to surrender? We're all so scared to let go. But the very thing that we're scared to do is exactly what's going to free us from the bondage that we're placing ourselves in. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just let go. Just surrender. Just give it all up and just see like how the universe can surprise you, how spirit can move mountains in your life because you've decided to move yourself out the way. Wow. And it's making me think of the title of that book that says The Mountain Is You, because who else would it be, right? It's your life. Only you can save yourself. Spirit cannot do more for you than you are willing to do for yourself. So once you get out the way, now spirit can work. Now the universe can work for you. The universe is actually always working for you, even when you try to get in your own way. And that's how loved unconditionally we are. That even when we try to get in our own way, we are still loved and we are still put on the path of least resistance. And the universe is still trying to get us all of our desires because that's how loved we are. And it's insane to think that we cannot fathom that we are so unconditionally loved that the universe would support us in that way because we have been tuned to this negative, fearful based vibration. And our life is all about coming to remember who we are and enjoying that, enjoying the journey of remembering, enjoying the journey of purging, enjoying the journey of releasing and letting go, enjoying the journey of journaling and doing the shadow work just so we can remember who we are. So anyway, I had my own epiphany last night and I was like, I've had this idea or this vision of my life and what I want it to look like. And while I do still have the vision, I'm going to let go of everything. I'm going to let go of expectations. I'm just going to be myself because that's what really spirit wants me to be. And not to say that any videos that I've posted has not been of myself, but I feel like I've just been trying too hard and it's not supposed to be hard. I've been saying for so long, it's not supposed to be hard. This is supposed to be fun. And I've been having the answers the whole time. And yet and still still trying to find answers when they've always been here right in front of me. And that is the human experience for you, right? That's school. That is returning back to self, is realizing that you've always had the answers and that you were looking for them in places that you never had to look because they were already in you. You have the answers. Everything that you will ever need is already in you. It's not that complicated. We make life so hard. We feel like life needs to be this profound, complex thing, and it really doesn't have to be that. It can be simple and it can be enjoyable because we deserve that. That's all. Like, that's enough. That's all. So I hope that if you're somebody who's on your journey, that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. And that is all spirit wants from you. And it makes me so emotional just thinking about it because we place these heavy expectations on ourselves. Society puts these expectations on us, and yet Spirit thinks that we are so perfect and divine in nature just as we are. And that is what Spirit is trying to get us to see, is that we are already so perfect. It makes me want to cry because it's like the girl who is so beautiful, right? But when she looks in the mirror, she just cannot see what everyone else can see because she's so blinded by her own opinions of herself and her traumas and all these different things. But like, she's gorgeous and she's so beautiful, and she can never see that because she hasn't let go of all the smoke and mirrors that's making her believe that she's not. But yet everyone who sees her thinks she's absolutely gorgeous. And I feel like that is how Spirit feels about us. Like, we are so tainted by the smoke and mirrors, by our own traumas, by our own beliefs, that we can't see all that we are. And Spirit is just here like, if only you could see you how I see you. You are already so perfect. You don't have to try to reach perfection because you wake up as it every single day. Wow. Stop being hard on yourself. Start letting go, start surrendering, start allowing yourself to be free and just be willing. You are already perfect as you are. You are needed and you are necessary. You don't need to be anyone that you are not, because who you are as you are is enough. I love you to life. I'm wishing you the absolute best on your healing journeys. This is the Goddess signing the F out, and I will talk to you soon.